Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we break down the fancy financial news you might hear on television into plain English. Today we're looking at M&T Bank Corporation's latest report, and let's just say things are getting interesting with their preferred stock. Alright folks, we're diving into M&T Bank Corporation's latest filing, a current report that dropped on the 16th of January 2026. Now, M&T, or M&T Bank Corporation as it's fully known, is a big player in the banking world known for its community focus, and as well see its diverse stock options. We all know that for banks, their financial results are a huge deal. They announced their results for the quarter and year ending the 31st of December 2025, and that's what we're here to decode. One of the first things that jumps out beyond the standard announcements are the specific stock series mentioned. We're seeing Series H, Series J, and Series K preferred stocks. Listed, think of preferred stock as a special type of share that usually pays a fixed dividend and has priority over common stock. These are perpetual, meaning they don't have a fixed maturity date, and they are non-cumulative, which means if a dividend payment is missed, it doesn't stack up to be paid later. This is important because it tells us M&T has a complex capital structure designed to manage risk and attract different types of investors. The fact that these are specifically called out suggests they are a significant part of the company's financial makeup and potentially a story in themselves. Now, let's get to the meat of it. This filing is mainly about announcing their financial condition. They've released their earnings, and usually these announcements are tied to news releases and investor presentations. The report confirms that on the 16th of January 2026, M&T Bank Corporation put out a news release detailing their performance for the end of last year. We aren't going to read the whole news release or presentation here, but the key takeaway is what was announced about their operations and financial state. This news release, which is Exhibit 99.1, is where the real financial numbers would be. While we don't have the full exhibit content to dissect on screen, the fact that it is filed means the company is disclosing its performance. For a bank, this typically means looking at things like net interest income, loan growth, deposit trends, and how well they are managing their expenses. When a bank announces its results, investors and analysts are looking for signs of strength or weakness. Are they making more money from loans? Are their deposits growing, showing customer confidence? Are they cutting costs effectively? These are the questions that drive stock prices and investor sentiment. Similarly, Exhibit 99.2 is an investor presentation. Think of this as the company's own highlight reel of their financial performance. They will use this to explain their results, often in a way that puts them in the best possible light. As we are decoding this, we have to look beyond the glossy slides and focus on the underlying numbers. These presentations usually tie together the narrative of their strategy, their market position, and their financial achievements. Let's think about what this means for M&T Bank. They are a significant regional bank operating primarily in the northeastern United States. Their success, like any bank, is tied to the broader economic climate, interest rate policies set by the Federal Reserve, and their ability to manage risk when they announce results. We want to know if they are growing their loan portfolio safely, if their deposits are stable and cost effective, and if their investments are performing well. The mention of specific preferred stock series, like this Series J, suggests a strategy to raise capital with specific terms that might be more attractive to certain investors, or offer more flexibility to M&T. It shows a deliberate approach to managing their balance sheet. The common stock, which is what most people think of as shares in a company, is also listed here. This is the stock that trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker symbol MTB, while the report doesn't give the actual performance numbers for the quarter. The act of filing this report and providing these details is crucial. It's about transparency. Investors need to know how the company is doing to make informed decisions about buying, selling, or holding their stock. Here we see the list of securities registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. You have their common stock, Montana B, and then the preferred stocks like MTBPRH, MTBPRJ, and MTBPR. This comprehensive listing underscores that M&T Bank Corporation has a robust and diversified range of financial instruments available to investors. Each of these securities plays a role in the company's overall financial health and its strategy for growth and stability. Now, let's wrap up this filing analysis. What is the big picture here? M&T Bank Corporation is a solid, well-established bank. This report, though primarily a procedural announcement of their earnings release and presentation, highlights their commitment to transparency. They are navigating the financial landscape with a diverse capital structure, including various classes of preferred stock, which we see is a key feature. When we look at a bank's performance, it is all about the numbers, and even without the full financial tables in front of us in this specific document, we know that MITS news release and presentation will be packed with them. We would want to see consistent growth in their core lending business, a strong net interest margin, and effective cost management. For M&T, a key risk, like many banks, is interest rate sensitivity and credit quality in a potentially turbulent economy. However, their history and diversified operations suggest they are built to withstand some of these challenges. Overall, M&T Bank Corporation appears to be maintaining its stability and operational focus. The details in this filing are less about dramatic new events and more about the ongoing, detailed reporting of financial health. For investors, it is a signal to dive into the actual earnings report and investor presentation to get the full story on their performance for late 2025. Alright, that is our breakdown of M&T Bank Corporation's latest filing. What is your take on these numbers and what they signal for the company's future? Do you invest in bank stocks? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance. Don't forget to check out the Discord linked in the description where we discuss these filings and more in real time. Thanks for watching, see you next time.